So, first off, I would like to say, welcome to our channel. This has been, I guess, 5 months in the making, longer if you consider making this room. One of my players said, "Hey Larry, you should do a YouTube live play." And I said, "Why not? How hard can it be?" Turns out it's a huge pain. So you're going to live through some of that. Hopefully, if you continue to watch, you're going to live through some of that learning experience. But we've decided we're just going to launch because we have some growing pains, some learning pains. My DM screen is not finished. Simply not enough time in my life to do the woodworking and the DMing and the adulting. So this is a process, and we, and by me, by we, I mean mostly me. I am trying to do my best. I'm sure all my players are too. We are trying to do our best. So yeah, we are learning how to do a live play. We are not there yet. We have started recording our live play, but we are not showing it to you live because we need to work out some kinks and build up an audience, I guess. Subscribers is awesome, so subscribe and like and comment. You can say whatever you want as long as it's, within reason. But yeah, what is the premise of our show? Well, we have kind of a dual-sided channel. First off, we have our live play. Live play is just what it sounds. It is a homebrew world crafted by me in my insanity. Again, trying to do more than I probably should. That is let's say a world in flux, kind of based off of my own reality of life always seeming to throw new things and new problems at you. In this world, there are all of the tropes that you have come to love and or hate about D&D, or Call of Cthulhu, or any other role-playing style game. We try to be role-playing game agnostic. For this live play, we are going to be doing a 5e or D&D style role-play game. However, there will be aspects that are not pure 5e, and even when we are doing 5e, you might find we're not following the rules. Or I've made up my own rules. We are people just sitting around a table trying to have fun. Usually we succeed at that, I think. At least that's the hope. And hopefully we will succeed at entertaining you and provide some fun for your existence. That's the first aspect. The second aspect is what level of control a DM has over prep and setup and the scenario. I'm going to try to show you. So the way that our second half of the channel will be, it is a like behind the screen DM experience, and we will go into what I did to prepare for this situation, for this session. Sometimes you'll find that I did not prepare a lot. Other times you'll find that I spent months preparing and then my players just avoided it. So we'll go into that. I'll show you how I thought about setting up this scenario or this encounter, and I will show that after I show my live play. So you will see, as an example, hypothetical example, you will see a session where my players, encounter a cat conquistador and have to battle this cat to save their lives. And players will go through that scenario, and then a couple days after that has aired, I will put out a preparation video that will show you maybe some of making the cat conquistador, what I did for the scenery, what I was thinking they were going to do, how I tried to design the encounter to make it fun, or to make it balanced, or to make it challenging, or to make it a cakewalk, or like little MacGuffins I put in there to make it, if they could figure out the puzzle of the encounter, that they would then be able to like beat the cat conquistador quickly. So what that might look like, again, just spitballing. I have a friend of mine painted a cat conquistador, and it is on the camera, or it's on the wall behind the camera over here. That's where I got the inspiration. But it might look like putting some rust monsters in the scenario, right? Where a cat conquistador walks into this like cavern. There are rust monsters everywhere, and my players could try to overwhelm the cat conquistador, who might be way stronger than they are, if they can situate their opponent between them and the rust monsters, right? Or there's some type of traps or height limit or whatever that helps narrow things down, and they can like block the attack of some other bad guy with the cat conquistador, using them kind of as a shield, which is something that my players would probably do. We play a pretty dark game. In our last session, we routinely kidnap babies for Baba Yaga. A couple babies got eaten. And yeah, it was a sad day for the babies. But I did get to say, I get to kidnap the baby! Which is important, right? You got to have some fun. So, that's kind of what we're about. Getting back to our first session, today's session, what you're about to watch, we join Guil and Tae'Lor as they meet up and start to forge their bond of companionship. Enjoy the show.
So yeah. So the Blackwell estate.
So we mosey up to the Blackwell estate. I'm assuming it was an uneventful walk. Unless you have any questions that you...
Yeah, so your name is Guil? Just so I got this...
It's Guil.
Guil. Okay. Yeah, it seems like that, my intro guy, like, I get his way up there, but he did call me they and then she, so I'm getting the impression that he's not all they.
He's a little absent-minded when it comes to details he feels are unimportant. Like name pronunciation and pronouns.
I see.
So don't take it personally. He doesn't just have it.
Alright. Guil, pleasure to meet you. I'm Tae'Lor.
Pleasure to meet you, Tae'Lor. So we'll get you to Blackwell and we'll see what's what.
I appreciate it. Man, I can't tell.
They, man, she, whichever.
Okay.
I'm a all-encompassing.
Any, all. Gotcha.
Any and all. So we walk over to Blackwell's. Same deal. We just...
Do they have like a door? Are there guys around?
Do we have to go through some guards or...
So there is a front gate. There are 2 guards stationed at the gate. As you are coming up, you see a carriage come out. Inside the back, it is filled with crates, and goes into the street and heads away from you.
Is it heading in the direction of land shows, or?
No, it's heading away.
It's heading away, okay.
Are we supposed to stop that? Isn't that the medicine that we're supposed to look at?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Mm.
Should we go run after that and take a gander, or should we?
Fast. We should just stick with the source.
Yeah, let's go to Blackwell and see what's what.
Alright. Are there people that we can...
There are 2 guards,
Okay.
and they are just kind of standing there. Roll a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 13. Well, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Not
there
too
are
damn
worse
bad.
numbers.
Yeah.
I'll take anything over a 10 for sure.
So as you approach, you see them. They share certain attire in common, but it does not look like it was like issued attire.
Okay, kind of like at Target where you just like gotta wear a red shirt if you look there. It's not the same one.
Oh yeah.
Well, you would know that if they were associated with a governing group, like a prefecture guard, for example, they would have a pretty strict clothing
Attire, uniform.
right. You see that they adhere to some type of uniform standard because there are like similarities in what they're wearing, but it is just like outside of what you would expect for someone who was on a government payroll.
Gotcha.
Right? They share things in common. They don't have any markings or insignias, but they look a little bit almost mercenary-like,
Okay.
but maybe part of the same mercenary group.
Okay.
Well, I'll walk up to them. Hey, gentlemen, I'm here to do an inspection on behalf of Archmaid Land Shows. If you don't mind letting me come in and poke around a bit.
We weren't informed of any inspection. John, did you hear that they were going to do an inspection? I didn't hear about any inspection. Who's this? Land shows, you say?
I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the Archmage.
I just took this position last week. You see the other guy kind of like get uncomfortable in his armor. I just took this engagement last week. They don't pay me to know things.
Sure, you agree. I appreciate that, but look, my business is, I think, a bit higher than what you're supposed to do, so maybe get somebody in charge that I can talk to. I appreciate it.
Roll a persuasion check.
I get advantage because my match ring. Say 19. Wait, let me go. Yeah, 19.
He looks over to the other guy, and he kind of nods at him. He's like, "Yeah, go in and get Theodore." So he pulls out a key, walks through the small gate inside the large gate, and as the door closes, it latches behind him. He walks in. It's about 10 or 15 yards from the front gate into where the main door is of this establishment. He walks in and some time passes. Is there anything you want to do while you're waiting?
So the guard who's left is the one who was kind of uncomfortable when I mentioned land shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll strike up a conversation with him. So, how long have you been here? You look like you're a bit more familiar with this place and you're green on how there.
I mean, I I've worked in the city. I know who Lanchos is. I don't know that he has jurisdiction on our activities, as we are private individuals and we are not part of the health state.
Oh, it's funny you say that, because what I hear is you guys are involved in medicine. And medicine, by my layman's understanding, is a bit related to health.
I don't know where you got your information. I'm
Sorry,
just
did I
here
not mention
I'm just here to guard this door.
You're
That's
doing
what
a
my
very good
job
I'm
is.
very proud of you, son.
He has this look of, when you say son, he looks at you like that at first, that level of don't insult me and disgust, but then he sees like the gray and the age in your face. And he lets it slide. Out of entertainment purposes, roll an intimidation check.
Oh, that's not really what I was aiming for, but okay. You'll never guess, I got a 13. Tag's just rolling 11.
You see the guy like adjust again inside of his armor, but now it looks like he has taken a bit more of a like defensive posture, and like he's ready to draw a sword.
Okay.
Like recognizing that you have probably some experience on him. Not feeling overly comfortable. Look, I just guard the gate.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job here, is make sure that nobody gets in to talk to Teddy unless Teddy says so.
Who is it? Theodore?
Teddy Blackwell.
Teddy Blackwell is the man himself.
Well, the man's son.
Ah,
Mr. Blackwell hasn't been here in quite some time.
Mr. Blackwell, I see. Tell me about this Theodore fellow. You know him well? You call him Teddy. That seems pretty familiar to me.
Everybody calls him Teddy. At least behind his back.
Oh.
Well, you
It'd be a
wouldn't.
shame if that got back to him if he doesn't like being called Teddy.
Very good point. This is my friend Guil here. They're helping me on this little venture. Did you know Guil reports directly to the Archmage? Isn't that crazy?
Well, I report directly to Theodore Blackwell.
The son of the man himself.
That would be the situation. And it's at this time that the door opens up, and the Johnny, who had gone in, comes back out. There are two others that kind of like step out of the door behind him. Both of them appear to be wearing the same type of garb as Johnny is. They close the door behind them. And Johnny comes out and he says, you just missed Theodore. He was on that cart that just left. We mustn't have been paying attention enough. You'll have to come back on another day.
Well, that is a shame. Do you know where that cart was headed?
Ma'am. Sir.
Note the beard boy. I don't know what your family situation is, but
There's a man underneath this beard.
exactly. Thank you, Gil.
Respect the beard.
Sir, yeah, I just work here. They don't tell me these things.
Well, listen, we're just here for an investigation. So,
If you would like to investigate, you'll have to talk to Mr. Theodore and come back at
Mr. Theodore. Okay.
another time. Thank you very much.
So what?
I've got to go now.
Where
He
you
goes
go? I
back
thought you
inside.
got to the gate. Oh,
Oh, he was one of the people from inside.
No, it was Johnny.
Oh, it was Johnny.
But Johnny turns around and goes back in. And the two guys who are at the door, they stay standing at the door.
Looks suspicious.
It is. I feel. I mean, Lanchos did give you that.
If there isn't anything else that we can do for you here, I suggest you move along. This is a busy street.
Is it a busy street?
There are carts coming and going.
Sure.
It's a fairly busy thoroughfare. There's not a lot of foot traffic though.
Okay. I hope to not use it already, but I'll pull out the writ that Lanchos gave me.
The letter.
The letter. Yes. I really do need to get this done for my job. I understand you got your job, I got my job.
Well, I'm sorry. If you need to talk to Theodore to get permission to come in this door, that's my job. And Theodore's not here. So, until you talk to Teddy, I can't help you. What are you doing with this letter?
Oh, I took it out to show it to them.
You try to get on that paper.
You see when you show him the letter, you see his eyes moving like he's reading it, but you can't see what he's reading.
Okay. Does it change his behavior at all as he reads it?
His face tightens, like the muscles in his face tighten, and again, like there's only so much adjusting that someone can do inside their armor.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like you hear that tense where like the muscles are ready, like he is adjusted to the point where he is ready to pounce. Like he is anticipating this escalating to conflict.
All right.
And just waiting for you to make any type of sign that he gets to pull his sword.
Interesting. Well, I'd hate to start a fight in a busy street. Does it seem like there's any...
It's about at this time that you see a family walking by with their kid, and the kid, they come into earshot. The kid says, "Mommy, are we going to be able to find the doctor who can heal me?" And she says, "Well, I think the guy right up here is going to be able to take care of you." And now you start seeing, hearing just the amount of other foot traffic on the street as you realize that this is 10 o'clock in the morning, broad daylight, and there are innocent civilians walking about.
Okay, I guess I don't want to start a fight here, but ease up, son. We're not going to fight, here and now.
He does not ease up, but he acknowledges that he hurt you. There's a bit of a facial twitch where a couple muscles in his face relax, but from a body posture perspective, homeboy is ready to pounce.
Fine. Guess I'll pull Guil to the side and say, Lanchos didn't really say this was an ASAP kind of thing, right?
I don't believe so. But in my experience, we should probably get it done sooner rather than later.
Sure, but...
I know, I don't want to start a fight either, but the dude has been kind of thick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I want to, punch him at least once.
Yeah.
You see now another guard, a heavier guard. Johnny was kind of a scrawny, youngling kind of a person. You see a guy who has probably 5 to 10 years of combat experience on Johnny come out the door with the keys in his hand, steps through the gate, and the other guard who is sitting there, you see him relax a little bit in relief that this individual was there, and he puts his hand on the pommel of his sword, and he's like, "Unless you have business here, you best move on."
We do have business. That's what we've been saying. Thank you. That's what we've been saying the whole time.
We got a letter from Lanchos saying that we need to come to Blackwell's to investigate some allegations, and that's what we're trying to do.
And until the Blackwells are here, you have no business on this property.
Well, when are they going to come back?
I do not keep their time.
Well, then you're a little useless to us, aren't you?
It's a good thing that you do not pay me.
Well, I wouldn't pay you much if I was.
move along.
Is there like a shop across the street that we can?
Yeah.
Oh, there's tons.
Okay.
Like a little
There's-
coffee
there's a-
shop or
Yeah.
a pub or
Is there like a
something.
Starbucks?
Yeah, Yield Starbucks.
There is a Moondo's.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Have you ever had one of those Mundo cappuccino mocha lattes? They're delicious, I tell you.
No, but they sound good.
Yeah.
I'm down with some sweetness.
Okay, yeah, let's we'll just go set up in Mundo's for now. And
Some surveillance.
take out exactly, yeah. Surveillance.
Okay.
Surveillance time.
Minding your way through the oncoming traffic. It's easy enough to set up a little table there for you. They have a outside seating area. Do you want to sit outside or do you want to sit inside?
I think outside would be too obvious.
Yeah, I feel like inside would be better, so we could like hide if we need to. Just be
Now,
like,
are you going to walk straight across the street, or are you going to try to conceal the fact that you're standing across the street?
I think I want them to know that we're still there.
Okay.
They
Okay.
won't be able to like point us out when they come back or whatever. So like, don't talk to those guys. But I'm fine with them knowing that we're sticking around to keep an eye out.
Okay.
yeah,
So, as you're going to sit down outside?
no, inside. I think inside would be better. So we
Go
still have a little bit
directly
of cover. Yeah,
Okay.
because then we could always like sneak away,
And
like
for,
go to
for
the
what it's
bathroom.
worth, it is a relatively temperate day, mid-summery, like maybe early fall.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a chill in the air, but not so much that it's chilly enough that you are comfortable in your armor, and you're not hot.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna bill.
Right.
Yeah, I say let's sit inside, and because then if we like need to like duck and cover or like be like, oh, we're leaving
You're
out the
mingle.
back, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
we're like, oh, or we see a friend like, hey, Larry, what's up? And then, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So inside the cafe, Mundo's, you see a fawn working behind the counter. She is running around, very, very bubbly, like super happy to have new customers. Like, oh, hi, how's it going? Okay, what can I get for you?
I want the mocha chocolate.
Yeah, whatever I said before.
Yeah, whatever you said before, that sounds good.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. And she like hops back, and you. So she has a massive glass apparatus. There's a fire burning in one corner, and on that fire there are a couple of like glass balls that are. You can see how she like adds water. Like one of them's getting low. She puts water in, it flows down. The steam causes the water to boil over, right? And as it does, it seeps through a series of like filters and things that she like is swapping around, because it's not busy, but like you see her kind of, she has other orders as she's working on yours. You see this ornate glass display, right? Kind of reminds you of the laboratory,
Oh yeah,
right? Like
Yeah.
it looks ornate. There's a couple pieces of glass here that are not things that you had seen in the lab, right? Or cleaned up from being broken in the lab.
Mhm.
But you get the idea of kind of generally how this stuff is working, and it's just kind of it's reassuring to your knowledge of what you're seeing and how she goes about doing it. You see her take some powders from some various cloth bags and kind of sprinkle them on, and she comes back with these. It is a heavy stone bowl, like a deep bowl, like a cup, but it is held inside like some like druid crafted branches,
Okay.
like as a mug, so that you don't burn yourself on it.
Okay.
Like you see when she takes like the stone itself has been like steamed, and when she brings it out, it is hot. And when she sets it on the table, like where she sets it on the table, there are like these elevated stone trivets with like some holes in them to help like both keep the heat in the beverage, but also not like burn the wood counter. And you see a couple of places where it's clear that somebody has forgot to put it in the trivet and has set it on the counter, and it's kind of got a little burn there. But it looks like somebody came back and sanded it over or something, right? They do the best that they can with the disrespectful clientele.
Here you go. That'll be 1 silver apiece.
And give her a silver.
Yeah.
Okay. Which reminds me, we need to roll for
Yeah, I was
coinage.
thinking about that, items and such. We probably have a silver.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll deduct 1 silver from your future earnings.
Thank you very much. She just kind of happily clip-clops back to behind the counter.
You see that the guards who had been standing there. So more about this coffee shop. So as you come in the door, in front of you and to the left is the counter and this contraption. There are a couple of like 2 loose tables to your left, 1 loose table to your right, and a series of booths along the right wall. With the one booth in the corner, like facing kind of this large stained glass lattice type window, right? So there's an ample amount of light coming in from the street, at least for the first like 20 feet or so, and then there's the back wall where the apparatus is, and that's kind of lit by the fire that's burning there. But there's a hall that like goes back to like the back room, and kind of along that hall is this series of booths. And the further you go back, kind of the darker just the ambiance of those booths are. Still capable of seeing. It's not like super dark light, but so where would you guys choose to sit?
I guess I'll work towards the light area.
Yeah. Just so, I mean, I feel like we're still undercover when we're inside, but we can still see if we're, more towards the window kind of thing.
So from left to right, you have table, booth. Which one are you sitting in?
I said, let's go with a booth.
Okay.
Booth is a little bit more covered.
Who's sitting on the inside?
Is it not a 2 sides?
It's got 2 sides, but if you're sitting across from one another, one of you will have your back to the window.
I see.
Unless you
you
sit
feel like the armored back, so I mean,
Yeah, I could sit
not to
with my...
volunteer you, but
No, it makes sense though.
okay.
Yeah.
roll for a let's say a dexterity check, just to see if you can fit your large frame into this tiny little booth.
My large ass. Is it just the 1d20?
Yeah.
And then plus your
I got a 9,
dexterity plus 1.
so 10.
It's a little bit snug. Like you got it's one of those situations where it's right up against the belly, right? But you can breathe.
I mean, hey, that works. I feel like now that we're there and we've got our drinks, do you think the proprietor, the little steak deer, whatever the hell, has seen some things? Maybe she might be a good one to ask
Certainly possible.
and see, if she's seen anything.
Probably should ask her when we were getting our drinks, huh?
Probably. So maybe she might,
We can get a refill.
Yeah. Some more mocha chocolate.
Exactly, yeah. Good stuff.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
So as time passes, we just strike up conversation.
With each other or with...
Well, with each other.
So, have you done this kind of thing for your boss before?
I mean, he sent me out to go by myself to go check on things, but it's normally been easier.
They seem very reticent.
Yeah, more so than like others that we've encountered.
It's not a great sign.
No,
Okay. Well, yeah.
they're obviously. I feel like they're obviously hiding something bad.
It seems like maybe this is a job for more than 2 people.
Possibly, I feel if we could sneak inside somehow.
Yeah. I like where you're going. You appear to be a large armadillo, and I'm a man in a lot of armor. So if we could find a place where like sound isn't going to be a problem, I think that could be good. Could we like drop in on the ceiling or something?
Yeah.
And fly?
I can't fly.
Okay.
I don't think I can. No. I'm more of a roll.
Okay.
I can roll.
Sure.
I could go up into a ball and like try to make a hole in the side of the gate
Okay.
and like the backside.
Yeah, now we're talking. I guess we didn't really like case the place at all.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We just kind of
did-
went over. But
We did the
maybe
normal thing.
we did. Yeah. And maybe it would still be good to ask.
So
If they've got an
from
unguarded back entrance.
Yeah, or if she's seen.
Oh,
raising, boom.
It never hurts to ask.
No.
Jesus Christ. And then we just can make our own hole.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta.
Mm-hmm. Just punch on through.
Yeah, so let's try the proprietor see if she knows anything.
Yeah, if there's any. Maybe she knows how many more people are generally in the building, and she sees lots of people coming and going.
Yeah, and that carriage maybe gets attention.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that for sure.
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, the carriage has got to come from somewhere. Maybe they have. Maybe that might be a good thing to go through, like the stables.
Yeah. Yeah, did we see where the carriage came from, or we just saw it?
It was just out from the main gate, though, right?
Yeah, you saw it come
Okay.
and go. Like
From the main
you
gate.
saw it come out and just leave.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I guess I'll go. Do they have like pastries that I could?
Yeah, go order a
Okay.
pastry and.
Yes, they do.
Alright, what are my options for pastry? I want to look over and see what they got.
They have one thing that kind of looks like a scone, maybe with some type of berry inside of it. There are a couple of like I want to call it like a biscuit. Like it is very. It does not look soft in any way. It looks like something that
Like biscotti, kind of?
yeah, like biscotti, but like I don't know how to explain. Like it looks harder than like you look. It looks like
Like you're gonna
biscotti.
break your teeth.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Like it looks like it is like super hard.
Okay.
Just kind of it gives off that I don't know. Can
Aura.
food give a vibe, right? Like the food vibe is like if I try to eat that, I might break a tooth.
Isn't like dwarf bread really hard or some shit like
Yeah.
that?
Probably.
Hmm. I mean, also if you go get a pastry, maybe we should ask if she's got anything that would put someone to sleep.
It is a coffee shop. That's kind of not what they do. But yeah, I can ask.
Maybe
They
she's got something
tea,
underneath the
They got
table.
slumber time tea.
Yeah, and then there's like a peace offering. We could take it to the guards, be like, dude, we're sorry we're being dicks. Here's some tea. So
Yeah.
if they fall asleep, then it's gonna be a little easier.
Easy, absolutely. Do you want a pastry, by the way, while I'm up there?
I think like a scone, something soft.
You don't want one of those
No,
hog, whatever they are.
the dwarf bread thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. One scone. Alright, so they got scone, they got super biscotti, they got...
They have like a. It looks like it is light and fluffy, but it's kind of in the shape of like a star. Like it's like it looks like a flower, like a flower, but like it is a like a cupcake. But the whole of the cupcake looks like it's a flower.
Okay.
Ooh, I think that.
Okay.
It isn't frosted, but it had like the way that it cooked. Let's say a beautiful coloration to it, right? Like it cooked and it looks like a flower has just bloomed. There are also like a series of small wrapped candies that are kind of in a like
Like truffles or something?
Yeah, but it's like it's not a free zone like where it's at. Like you can tell you have to pay for it, but it's like you just they kind of stick in their hand in and just grab one and give it to you.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. I would like one of those scones.
Oh, sure.
One of those flower. What are those flower things called? Those are very nice.
Flower cakes?
Flower cakes. I love flower cakes from my friend over there. And then maybe just like a couple of those candies. The great people love them.
Oh, okay. And she just like really happily trots over and puts that stuff onto a tray. And here you go.
Oh, thank you.
1 silver. That's just 5 copper.
I'll hand it over.
Thank you.
Say, I'm curious about that scary looking place across the street. What is that?
The mortuary?
The one with the big gate with the big thing. Did you see that guy out there? He's huge.
She looks past you. Oh, you mean the Blackwells? Oh yes, they're very nice people.
Are they? I'm surprised me. I've honestly been the guest looking for God. You met them?
Oh, Teddy comes in almost every day for, you see this one? She points at the really, like, crusty thing. He loves these.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He sucks on them. Like, he brings it, and he'll suck on it, like, almost the whole day.
Yeah, everyone's gone.
Yeah. I'll take one of those, too. That is interesting to me.
Oh, okay. She grabs it and puts it in a little, a paper wrap, so that you could hold it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sets it on there.
Alright, and that's that 3 total, please.
That is another 3 copper.
She asked me what time he normally comes in.
Thank you, man.
Are you in the booth, or did you
I'm
fall?
still in the booth. Not occurred to me. I just yelled it out, hey, you should ask him what time he comes in.
Roll a perception check to see if you can hear what they were talking about from that far away.
You never know. I don't know how to get I got a 5. Plus, so 8.
Yeah, I'd say you could probably hear it. She's not being overly quiet. Well, usually he comes in the morning. Yeah, right around sunup.
Very early. Okay. Well, thank you. That's
No, thank you. Happy munching.
Thanks. Normally, this is the kind of thing you could be awkward and say you too, but I'll just take my food and go. Thank you. Alright, so I'll give you
The flower thing.
Her ear twitches like that was odd, but
I feel like maybe if we're going to talk about that, I feel like maybe she's going to be a narc. She got the big old ears. She might hear things.
I think that's just. I mean, you think she can tell them from here?
Not from here, but if she hears our conversation and she's really friendly with Teddy, you never know. Where may get back?
So what do you suggest? Try a different location?
It's too hot.
No, it is very warm, don't worry.
It's warm.
I guess we could go in the back a bit more. Darker blues. Chat quietly there.
Yeah, it's not gonna look suspicious.
No, that's true. Maybe we should just say fuck it and just stay here then.
Yeah.
Just ride it out.
We're not doing anything weird, we're just waiting.
Yeah. Just enjoying some milky chocolate days and pastry.
Yeah, exactly. Got one of these scones. I don't know what these candies are, but the kids will probably like them.
Probably.
This seems like a thing the kids like. And then she said he loves this, whatever the hell this is.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like a peace offering. We could bring it.
Maybe. Yeah, but we still have to wait for him to get back though.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. I mean, I guess we could go try to scope the place out. They do kind of know that we're looking around, so that's not going to help us a lot.
Well, if we exit, so maybe if we exit and we just pretend like we're going away, but then just double back around to the back, and then they won't see it.
I forgot to ask about sleep stuff.
Oh,
I think
we
it's
still
kinda
want to go to that?
I don't really want to go back upstairs.
Yeah.
I kind of left on a weird note.
And then I feel like they probably wouldn't drink it anyways.
Yeah, they also know that we are trying to get in the building.
Yeah. So I feel like we should finish our stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
Figure something out.
yeah,
Mhm.
like act like we're leaving and then just double back around.
Exactly. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna finish your beverage?
Yeah, I guess finish beverage, finish pastries.
And then we'll keep the hard rock,
Yeah.
whatever the hell, everlasting gobstopper.
Mm-hmm.
So now with it much like closer in your hand, you can see that it is. It looks like almost a candied bread,
Okay.
right? Like
Okay.
it has that same like texture as like actual rock candy, right? But it like it looks like it has the hardness of rock candy, but the physical structure of bread,
Okay.
right, really makes you wonder exactly how they like manufactured such a thing,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because it looks like you'd almost have to cut it to get like that inner like shape inside, because there's no crust on it per se. It just looks like it is like an inside piece of bread that is like hard, like super hard.
Interesting.
This is not related to the bread, but does the dough woman working at the counter, does she have like a name tag?
So we don't know her name.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, well. Then Teddy probably doesn't either, so. I was able to mention, like, when she sent you this thing that you like, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Like Corinne or whatever you
Sure,
name.
yeah.
Bambi.
Yeah. Her name's probably Bambi.
I mean,
Alright, so let's wander around for an amount of time that's...
an appropriate amount that we feel like, okay, they left, and
Exactly.
yeah, they're not going to come back, and then we'll just try to find a back, which I'm sure the way the streets, we could probably do that.
There's a number of alleys, and
Okay.
you might not be familiar with it, but there's certainly a high probability that there's an alley that, at least in some way, shape, or form, touches the back of the Blackwell estate. Now, from what you saw when you were standing at the gate, which gave you a pretty good vantage point of the layout inside the walls, you have the main gate here with two large doors to allow a carriage, and the little gate inside there that allows a single person to go through. The walls are about 10 to 15 feet high. There is nothing sharp or spiky at the top, right? It's just a solid stone capstone across the top. Comes out a little bit, but nothing that would be difficult to climb over. That same wall structure goes all the way around the grounds, but inside there really isn't much for topiary or trees. It's relatively flat. It looks like there's like you saw a couple of sheep out there, so there's probably sheep that keep the grass pretty well maintained. The sheep were moving slowly, like as they were kind of grazing. They weren't like running around or anything. But between the gate and the house, there's probably 30 to 50 feet of distance, and then that kind of like the house sits in the middle of.
So there's not much.
But it's not an ostentatious house by any means. It's relatively simple looking.
Okay. There's no moat or anything.
No. But there's the road, the carriageway comes in and kind of curves around like a little grass area, right? Comes in, curves around, and comes back out. Like it's a relatively simple looking estate.
Okay.
I mean,
And I should maybe use the estate in air quotes.
Yeah.
Because it's just a single floor building. It's not,
A manor.
it's not a manor,
Okay.
but it is called the Blackwell Estate.
Okay.
Hmm.
You could probably boost me up
Yeah.
to the top of the wall, but then A, was separated,
Yeah.
and B, then I'm stuck in there without really a reason. I mean, obviously the investigation, but they didn't let me in. So that's an option.
And the other option is we could wait
Yeah,
for night.
if the carry doesn't get back by then.
Yeah, and then, I mean, at least we'd have the cover of darkness.
That's true. That's true.
But then I would still have to get my ass over.
Well, alternatively, at night, there's less people on the street.
It's true.
So, fight breaking out, it happens.
Yeah. Mm. Maybe they changed guard too, so
Yeah, I mean, that big guy would be there.
yeah. And we could have another set of guards.
Or that, yeah. Try to buck again, getting in there.
Yeah, and if not, we could just try the back way.
We got options, but I don't like any of them right now.
No, they're not great.
Yeah,
Keep out. You just can't get like a slingshot and slingshot some of that hard ass bread at their heads. Take them out.
I mean, we could. There's probably a weapon still around here somewhere.
That's true. I mean, do we wait or do we
Charge him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could try talking to him.
As you're having this conversation, the traffic starts to kind of pick up as it's getting to be about midday,
Okay.
both in the street and at the cafe.
Don't love having a lot of witnesses or something bad.
No, I feel like we should wait. I mean, we could go back and see what type of moon
Lane shows.
Lanchos is in.
Yeah, does he have like the bombs or something? He's got a hell of a laboratory in there.
I wonder if we found something. Should we just go back and...
I guess you know his temperament better than I do, but if we go back and say, it being difficult, we need some firepower, how's he going to respond?
I feel like he'd be...
Amenable?
I think so.
I don't know, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I think that's our best option right now.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna go back to Lanchos and hopefully he's in a good mood and tell him what's what and...
Okay. As you head back towards the tower, you hear way up in the sky a massive boom. And as you look up, you see a meteor coming through the sky, burning its way. It's massive. And it hits probably like between 1 and 5 miles like away.
Mm-hmm.
But it hits with such an impact that the ground shakes. And people just running and screaming. Like, everybody just loses
Chaos.
their stuff. People are grabbing up their kids and, like, running into the house. The horses in the street, they all get startled. And some people lose track of the horses and they just go running. For what seems like, because you're in the moment, like kind of looking around, noticing it, it seems like it is 15, 20 minutes worth of bedlam, but it all happens within a matter of just a couple of seconds. Like, everything just goes haywire. You hear alarms going off, bells everywhere. What do you want to do?
Have we ever heard of this happening before? Like, is this extremely uncommon occurrence?
You've never heard of this before.
Okay.
This is something that you yourself have never seen before.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but should we go back and see? Maybe the guards got scared off.
I mean, that seems like a bit too good to hope for. We could go check it out.
I never hurts to check it out, and if not, we'll stick with the plan of going back to land shells and
Yeah.
seeing what's what. So, all right, we're gonna go back to see if the guards are scared shitless and gone.
You see, as you come back, are you just kind of trotting down the road, or are you trying to sneak back?
I was thinking just walking.
Yeah, because it's all that chaos. I feel like
Okay.
most people aren't
As you start walking, you start to realize or notice that quite quickly the road is starting to empty. People are going back to their respective places, or animals and beasts of burden are all like startled, and folks are trying to calm them down in whatever fashion they can. You see some folks who you recognize as being like lowly prefecture magicians, right? Casting sleep and calm emotions on the animals because they are so startled. You see some I want to say medicus. You see some like medicinal helpers coming out into the streets along with them to like tend, not that anybody was injured because of this rock from the sky, but because the reaction of all the chaos, people got injured.
Yeah.
You see them tending to like bruises and cuts and like the kind of thing that you would see like in the event of like a house fire or like a little but like this is like instead of like them going to the hospital has come out into the streets and is trying to help folks. As you get closer, you do notice that there is nobody at the gate.
Good call.
So maybe we should just kind of cautiously
Go for it.
go for it.
So what are we going for it?
I guess it's locked, huh?
Oh yeah, I think I have a key.
Yeah. Well, maybe. We'll try the gate, see if it's open or not.
Yeah.
As you try to open up the little gate, it's thoroughly latched.
Dang. Goes for really block picking.
I don't think I do. I could just roll up into a ball and see if I can get going fast enough to just kind of knock it down.
Is the street pretty clear?
Oh, the street is pretty much empty at this point.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Okay, sure. I'm gonna just
see that.
roll myself in the ball and hit it with all I got.
Okay. So roll an attack against the gate.
So this would be my strength, then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus proficiency? I imagine
Plus
so.
proficiency.
I got a 17.
Nice, sir.
Okay.
Plus 2, which is 19.
So you hit the gate. Roll for damage. And it wouldn't be...
D20?
It's not the D20.
What is it?
It should probably be like a D12.
Okay.
Is that my D12?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because this is rolling and bludgeoning damage, and you weigh a lot.
I got a 12.
Okay. Plus your proficiency.
I think the people strength who usually have proficiency.
Oh, yeah.
Damage.
So that would be 14.
14. Okay. So you hit it, and you do manage to like bend the metal. Like if you're aiming for the person door or just for the large gate.
I was gonna go for the person door because I figured that's a smaller, easier target.
Okay. So as you do, you kind of bend the doors a little bit, and you kind of like kitty wampus the hinge.
Okay.
It looks like it would take one or two more
To do it.
to break it down. Yeah.
So I could try rolling again.
I've got a warhammer. I could try smacking it.
Oh. It's kind of like the Top of the jar. I start. You finish.
Exactly, yeah. I'll try to snag it. I guess, like, I assume I'll just try to hit the latch where it's probably, like, easiest.
Yeah.
It's a 14 to hit.
Hits. It's a stationary object. It's not that hard to hit.
Yeah, I mean,
12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You hit it pretty hard. It when you hit it, like the latch, if this is like the latching mechanism, as
Yeah.
you imagine it.
Mhm.
Sorry, let me do it this way. Like, there we go, this way.
Mhm.
So the latching mechanism, like you can see that you have bent it like this. It is still like latched, but probably one more hit and it would come undone.
do you want to try Warhammer again? Or do you want me to try rolling it?
I'll try Warhammer again. I rolled a 1.
As you swing, like you misgauge the distance, right? And you hit yourself.
Ah, shit.
Wah.
My eyes ain't what they used to be. So it's, ouch, 10 damage to me.
Damn.
Alright, let's try one more time, but...
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 2, 5 bludgeoning damage.
It is enough to finish that last little bit. And as it like creaks open, it comes back and it slams up against the gate. It was pretty loud, but
Wow.
I mean, in the chaos.
You did also roll into it. I'm not
I
that concerned with stealth.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go in, I guess.
with the sound, you hear now the sheep bleeding, and one of them has a bell, like a little like bell. And tinkle, 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 and you hear them like "Mah," and kind of run around to the back of the house.
Well, I feel that's going to create us a distraction. If they run to the back of the house.
Yeah, let's just try the front of the house.
Yeah, because everyone's like, what's the sheep doing? Let's go to the front, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so as you are walking up, and from this direction,
Oh, nice.
you are.
There are two.
Here's your front door here. You can see through the windows that there is, while there are no like large plants outside, it appears that like coming out of the windows, now that you are closer, you can see a whole lot of greenery from inside.
Hmm.
If you make an own medicine here.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say just the amount, but you can tell that there are a lot of plants that seem to be hanging out inside this building.
Hmm.
Is it weird if I knock on the door? Like, we already kind of busted in here.
Yeah, I don't feel like knocking's really our thing right now.
Yeah, okay. I try to open the door.
The door is unlocked,
Nice.
Sweet.
I open it.
and I am going to need to see if you guys survive.